going through New York City, and what I saw was, I don't want to say heartbreaking, but it was. I don't want to say disappointing neither. It was different for me, right? Like going through a hood that I don't know and hearing people saying, "Yo, what up, cuz? What up, blood?" And I'm just like, I ain't never used to hear that before. Back in the days, you know what's crazy?
Right.
Even if a person came up to you wanting war, you know what the first word they used to say to you?
Peace.
like you can actually use the word peace in a negative way back then, but peace. And you like, oh man, I know things, man. You know what I mean? But when, and I want you to answer this. When did the gods take the back seat and negativity take the front seat?
I don't know if I have that answer, right?
Right.
Because I don't think negative ever really takes the front seat. I don't think.
You know what? I worded that wrong. You're correct.
So, all right, so, and I don't think God never takes the back seat. But I'll say this. You're saying, like, when was the presence of that energy not present? And now you got this other energy present.
Right, like well, for instance, not to be long-winded, but let me just say, like when I used to go to Harlem, it was a thing. I wanted to stop at a law school in Mecca. Like I wanted to go get some incense. I wanted to go get some oils. I don't even see the instant man out there no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't even know if our law school in Mecca is still there. Like,
it's still there.
Okay.
It's still there. Well, I would say this. Like,
okay, I'm sorry.
No, look, a couple of things happened in New York. You know, first and foremost, I think it was when Giuliani, he made everything get off the streets. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He made everybody go inside the building and pay rent.
Right.
And so that took away the street culture for a moment. The gentrification of that probably really put a big, because you could walk in New York and you could find rare books like the ISIS paper.
Right.
You know what I mean? They came before Columbus, the final call. You know what I mean? So now you can't find that. You know what I mean? So, but also, it's like the brothers also went out too to the world, right? So it's almost like a lot of brothers went. You go to DC, you go to Minnesota, you go to different places. You see that brothers have kind of spread out. Right. You know what I mean, ATL. But in our day, all that energy was concentrated.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then the magnetism of it has changed because of what magnetized the people now. Mm-hmm. People are more magnetized by money, right? So the mathematics teaches us about the 12 jewels, right? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, freedom, justice, and equality, food, clothing, and shelter, love, peace, and happiness. But most people right now, their concerns is food, clothing, and shelter. The other jewels are almost irrelevant. And then for our community, the only way to get food, clothing, and shelter is with money. Then the only way to get money in our community is that which we see is shining with money, which is our artists, our ball players. You know what I mean? The talent. Like we don't know that, or we don't see the doctor live next door to the ball player. We don't know that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So our image of what we think that attracts us and could get us those three major jewels is the artist's point of view. And then the artist's point of view have changed. So in our day, it's Rakim, it's KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, right? Or it's Wu-Tang, it's Nas, right? You know what I mean? NRE, you know, it's that. And then it becomes more and more people that don't have this knowledge of self. Right? And yet they're getting richer and richer. Right. So the young mind is like, yo, why would I study when all I could do is do this and get it? And so the magnetism have changed. And then the brothers themselves is almost like, I think men get scared to talk to young men.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I don't think that's unhealthy for us.
Yeah.
You know, I think, and then, you know, like, look, let me keep it raw for a moment.
Yeah,
you can censor me if you need to.
No, we don't need
No. We at that age, right, in our power ciphers, right? When I mean by power cipher, most of us who are there, right, power is the truth, right? It's a magnetic attraction, right?
He's 50 years old.
I just turned 50.
Congratulations.
Can you remember that thought? He's 50 years old.
So now, as you cross that threshold,
Let me give you your flowers too, man. Happy. I'm sorry.
no, all good, no.
Okay.
I'm saying, it's like, okay, so everybody got podcasts, everybody's talking, but most of us are talking about glory days.
Right.
Most of us are talking about the darkness of it, and none of us ain't talking about the light. There's nobody sitting there saying, like, yo, when I first read Message to the Black Man, or when I first read the Circle 7, when I first read Malcolm X, right? Or any great books, James Allen as a man thinketh.
Right.
You know what I mean? The Art of War, Sun Tzu.
Right.
You know what I mean? The Book of Changes, the I Ching.
Right.
Right? Nobody's talking that, right? We all trying to prove who's the most gangster.
Right.
So if we all trying to prove who's the most gangster, what are our children going to be trying to do? Prove who the most gangster. So that has to change. We got to be, listen, bro, gangster? Seriously? Malcolm X. Okay? Walking. Talking that talk at a time when you couldn't talk it. Traveling, pulling up to your city to teach you how to be better and to teach you the power of a black man and to teach you the revelation that the system is actually being plotted against you. And the system is like, what? You saying, Dr. King marching,
Turn the other cheek.
hit with fire hose and dogs.
Knowing they were gonna go into that.
Yo, they walked into
Yeah,
it.
they knew it. Yeah.
So that part of us, and I'm just saying, I don't want to make this it's not even a black thing. I'm just saying an American thing.
Right.
The American Revolution itself, bro, was people saying, yo, son, I can't pay taxation without representation, son.
Right.
You know what they was, let me just give you that little jewel. Imagine this, bro. In the old America, if you made some nice cotton shirts in America, you had to ship them to London, and then London packaged them and ship them back and sell them to you. If you live next door to me in old America before the revolution, you could live next door and I could write you a letter and mail it to you. It would go to London first.
Oh, because London had control over.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then they bring it back, son.
Okay. When you say in London, I'm thinking London, but you mean England.
England.
Okay,
England.
okay, all right.
They was sitting there-
I'm thinking like London. That's what the fuck.
It's the capital.
Oh, you my man London?
No. You about England? Okay, I get it.
No, but think about that,
Okay.
right? So people were brave enough to revolt against that. They was to revolt against taxation without representation, to revolt against tyranny. You know what I mean? And so tyranny manifests itself in many forms, and people weren't fooled and diluted to accept it. And so then we go back to just not going into hip hop culture. It's like, yo, of course, it should be fun and it should be ruggedness. You know what I mean? We came with ruggedness. We know what we did, but still, it should be substance.
Right.
You know what I mean? And until the substance come back, you're going to definitely be dealing with, the 85 mentality. And what I mean by the 85 mentality, so the 85, they say, are people who are easily led in the wrong direction and hard to be led in the right direction. You know what I mean? They are also poison animal eaters. It says people who don't even know their true origin in the world. They don't know their own power, right? Think about, someone who, this thing about a community, who gets up and everybody got $1 and they take it out of the community.
Yeah.
Instead of keeping it in the community.
Right.
And rotating it and recycling it.
Right.
So those times has changed, but I'm optimistic, not pessimistic. And knowledge is not, what they call it? Intelligence is always relevant. Because people are like, yo, you ain't relevant no more. Listen,
Right.
bro, intelligence is always relevant.